In 1971, he founded the Himalayan International Institute of Yoga Science and Philosophy of the USA. Having spent almost 40 years close to nature, Swami Rama encouraged his students to do the same. The gardens surrounding the institute were a manifestation of respect for nature. Far from the chaotic and stressful pace of life, it provided students with a peaceful, healthy environment to discover their potential. Using his knowledge of ancient Indian practices, Swami Rama designed practical courses to counter the ills of modern-day living: fear, anxiety, depression, loneliness, and mental trauma. He started with basic lectures and programs on breathing exercises, hatha yoga, diet, and meditation. Residential programs were started for those who felt the need to stay and work on their habits and lifestyle. Swami Rama trained a faculty of psychologists, physicians, and philosophers to conduct seminars and courses to address these problems. His scientific as well as practical approach to spirituality appealed to many. But perhaps it was his undying love for every living being and his spiritual wisdom that captivated those who met him. Soon, the community grew as entire families settled down at the institute. Swami Rama explained, "For those seeking awareness, there is no superior or inferior path. It is immaterial which path one follows. They all lead to the same destination. But one must watch one's mind." The first step was to learn how to meditate. Meditation is beyond thinking. You do not meditate on your problems in order to solve them. But with meditation, you see through the problems you have set up for yourself. One cannot expect long-lasting joy from short-lived objects of the exterior world, for that joy will never be permanent. His was a call to look within. The Institute published numerous books explaining the 5,000-year-old tradition of the Himalayan sages, values that cut across barriers of religion, caste, or creed. These were subsequently translated into various languages as affiliated centers spread in cities across the United States, Canada, England, Germany, Italy, Spain, and Southeast Asia. Swami Rama stressed the importance of physical fitness. An unhealthy body, he explained, dissipates the mind. Maintaining physical health is thus an integral part of spiritual practice. Yet, he cautioned against excesses. "Remember, you have a body," he said, "but you are not just a body." An avid tennis player, he was also a master of Kung Fu. Under his guidance, biofeedback was used as a therapeutic modality, and the foundations of stress management and holistic health programs were established. Those living close to him were astonished at the various facets of his personality. A sensitive poet, an accomplished singer, musician, and painter, the predominant essence in his work was unconditional love and humility, as portrayed in his painting of the Buddha. To cultivate the quality of humility, he said, is one step towards enlightenment. All arts and sciences are expressions of the creative force of the divine. Creativity flows when the mind is peaceful and joyful. For that, one must renounce fear, anxiety, and the ego, and live each moment with awareness. There are no limits on human accomplishment, provided one has faith in self-effort and in the grace of divine and cosmic consciousness.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
Swami Rama had come to the United States with a mission to build a bridge between science and spirituality. His master had explained to him that the objective of both was the same, to find the source of peace and happiness. Science seeks it in the external world, spirituality in the inner world. Swami Ram had accomplished his mission, but his work was not over yet. In 1985, he journeyed to India, to his beloved Himalayas. For 2 years, he searched for an appropriate location in Uttar Pradesh to set up what he had in mind. He finally found it between Rishikesh and Dehradun, a piece of land at Jolly Grant. He had noticed that only the most basic medical care was available in this remote region. Here at Jolly Grant, he established the Himalayan Institute Hospital Trust.
Dr. Rama, you are also building this very modern hospital near Dehradun. Tell us about it.
That's my dream being materialized, you see, and I think the dream is fulfilled when it comes into action. And I had a great fire within me to build this great hospital which will serve people, particularly poor people. And you know, the people of the mountain of Kumaon and Garhwal region are very poor. They cannot afford to go to the hospitals because hospitals are far away. People die before they reach the hospital. So I want to give them all these facilities and modern amenities so that they don't have to rush to Bombay, Delhi, Chandigarh, and all the problems can be solved at Dehradun.
It began as a small outpatient facility serving people from nearby villages and towns. Within 3 months, the size of both the staff and the facilities expanded fourfold. In 5 years, the hospital was complete. Inaugurated in 1994 by Dr. Manmohan Singh, India's finance minister of the time, the Himalayan Institute Hospital is an ultra-modern medical center designed to serve the medical needs of 10 million people of the Garhwal and Kumaon Himalayas. But Swami Rama's vision was not confined to a hospital. Besides a nursing school, a medical college was established in 1995. It is a unique model of education in the country, combining medical education with an understanding of integrated holistic health. Recognized by the Medical Council of India, it is the first private medical college in the state of Uttar Pradesh. But healthcare was only a partial answer to the problems of the region. A rural development project was started to improve living standards in villages. With a dedicated staff of a handful, the RDI provides outreach programs for 600 villages through mobile clinics and satellite centers. The RDI offers education in sanitation, immunization, maternal and childcare health, nutrition, family planning, and prevention and control of endemic diseases. Swami Rama personally supervised every single detail at Jolly Grant. He was indefatigable. Perhaps it was his yogic training and practice. Perhaps it was his unconditional love. Or perhaps it was his determination to serve humanity that gave him the energy he displayed.
Deho Devalaya Prokta Jivo Dev Sanatana. My philosophy is this human body is highest of all shrines, and the inner dweller, Atma, is the Deva, and a human being is the highest of all beings. My God is in you. If I don't adore God in you and then go to a temple, that's all hypocrisy.
Swami Rama received many accolades, including the Martin Buber Award and the Shiromani Award from the Vice President of India. But these meant little to him. It was not on him to take credit for what he did. "I am a messenger," he said, "a messenger delivering the wisdom of the Himalayan sages of my tradition. My job is to introduce you to the teacher within. Life is a beautiful song. Sing it, and you will find the composer seated in the lotus of your heart." Swami Rama left his body on 13th November 1996. His had been an extraordinarily fascinating journey, rather unbelievable for those who did not know him. For those who did, he will live forever in the lotus of their hearts.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave